Well, it's been a while since I've done a tag. Let's do a tag. Hello, welcome to the book thing. My name is Mark, and my New Year's resolution that I'm starting in February is that I'm actually going to start doing some of the tag videos that I've been tagged in. I've got a list of about a dozen tags that people have tagged me in, so I'm going to try and get as many of them done as possible. I might even try and get as many of them done as possible today. I will say, however, that some of them were seasonal and to do with things like the new year or autumn reading, and I kind of think the moment for those has passed, so I'll have a look at them towards the back end of 2025, I think. But for today, the first tag that I'm going to do is the Bookish Elements Tag, which was originally set up by Sarah at my granny era, and I got tagged in by Molly at the Reading Hour. Reading Hour is a pretty new channel. She's only got a couple of videos up, but it's really good channel. You should definitely go and check it out. She kindly tagged me in that this week, and for everyone who's tagged me in stuff several months ago, I will get to yours soon. I'm kind of working backwards. But okay, here we go. Number 1, how do you feel about foreshadowing or dropped hints? I really like foreshadowing and dropped hints. As long as it's done well and it doesn't give away the story. It really strikes me as a writer who has properly plotted out and planned everything that they're going to do. If I can go back to the beginning of a book and get hints to something that happened way later on, I absolutely love that. That being said, if it's done badly and it just gives away the plot, then it's obviously crap. But yeah, I'm actually a big fan of foreshadowing and dropped hints. Question number 2, bookmarks. What do you use and how do you feel about bending the corner down? I don't bend the corner down in pages, not anymore. I probably did many years ago, but I try to be a bit more respectful. Bookmarks. I use old tickets to things. So here's an example. This is the ticket to the Colosseum when I visited that back in 2006. This is another one I use for bookmarks sometimes. This is the ticket to see Ireland versus Wales in the rugby in 2019. And this one here is a ticket to go see the Foo Fighters in Manchester. So yeah, I use old tickets to things. Question 3, forgotten bookmarks. Have you ever found something strange in a book? No, and I buy most of my books secondhand, so you would have thought by law of average I would have found something in an old book by now, but no, never have. Question 4, inscriptions and annotations. How do you feel about writing in a book and how do you annotate if you do? I don't annotate. I don't have a problem with annotating in books, provided you're planning on keeping that book for yourself. If you're lending it to other people, or you're planning on unhauling it and sending it off to a secondhand shop, I hate picking up books that other people have written stuff in, apart from inscriptions on the title pages. So when it's got people's names in it and dates and little messages when a book was given as a gift, I think that's a nice little time capsule. But yeah, other than that, please don't write in the books. If you're keeping them. If they're your own books, do what the hell you want with them. But if you're not keeping the books, don't write in them, please. Number 5, introductions and footnotes. Do you read them or avoid? What makes a good introduction? I don't read introductions very often, I have to say. A lot of the time, introductions tend to be from older books, and it tends to be written by someone who is, a scholar or a translator of this older book, and quite frequently it'll give away bits and pieces to do with the plot. So I don't actually read introductions very much. Footnotes, on the other hand, I do tend to read, especially if it's a footnote by Terry Pratchett in the Discworld books, because that's where half the gags are. You absolutely have to read the footnotes in a Discworld book. Right, question number 6. Do you use any bookish accessories like a clip on reading light, book sleeve, annotation materials, book stand, etc.? No, I'm really boring. I just read the books. Number 7, art and illustration. How do cover art and illustrations affect your reading experience? I think it depends on the genre. If it's something really quite imaginative like sci-fi or horror or fantasy, yeah, I kind of love the illustrations. I love seeing the interpretation that an artist has of what's been described in the text. I'm a sucker for a fantasy map. I think they're really cool as well. So yeah, I do quite like illustrations. And the disc, again, I'm going to prattle on about Discworld as per usual. The original UK cover art from the Discworld that was done by Paul Kidby and Josh Kirby. I love those illustrations. Format. Which format of books do you prefer? Hardback, paperback, audio, and digital? Do you do different things for different situations? Yes, different things for different situations, very definitely. So audiobooks I'll tend to listen to in the car, or if I'm traveling. So let's say I'm on an airplane or something like that, I will tend to listen to an audiobook rather than read, because I'm more likely to get travel sick. I tend to listen to audiobooks when I'm trying to drift off to sleep as well. So because I tend to do that, I tend to have audiobooks that are a little bit easier to consume. So, like my Lee Child stories, or something like Brandon Sanderson or something like that. Those ones I tend to have on audiobook. As far as physical versus digital, digital is great for bringing out with me. So I'll have a Kindle and I'll take it, if I've got an appointment or something like that, I'm sitting in a waiting room somewhere, then I'll have my Kindle with me and I'll read from that. Physical books is usually when I'm sitting at home. As far as hardback versus paperback, I suppose realistically, I like looking at hardbacks more, and I probably like the reading paperbacks more, but I don't really have that much of a preference. And number 9, tag some people. So I am going to tag John at Disquiet and Dragons, and I'm going to tag Ali at A Genteel Black Hole. Guys, as per usual, tags are entirely optional. Do them if you want to do them. If you don't do them, don't worry about it. But for everyone else, do check out the channels that I've mentioned here today, because they are all excellent. So My Granny Era, Reading Hour, A Genteel Black Hole, and Disquiet and Dragons, they're some of my favourite channels to watch, and everyone should check those out. Anyway, one tag down and about 1 million to go. So thanks a million for watching this, and take care.